It's time to reveal the biggest secret about your son. Your son's DNA is from the family of. Archangel Michael says, "Listen to me, beloved parent. I am speaking to your heart with urgency and with tenderness, because I have been watching over your house at night. I have stood at the doorway of your child's room, and I have lifted my sword over his future. Today the veil must be removed. Today you will learn what has been hidden from the eyes of those who misunderstood him, labeled him, or tried to limit him. This is the revelation: your son's DNA is not coded by fear, failure, or the judgments people placed on him. Your son's DNA is stamped from the family of royal courage, the line of promise, the house of the lion. He carries the mark of covenant, heaven's signature written across his spirit. This is not a laboratory report or a hospital chart. This is a heavenly record about identity, purpose, and destiny. Do not confuse the chatters of gossip with the decree of God. The decree of God says, "He is chosen." I know the nights you walked the hallway and pressed your palm against the doorframe, listening for his breathing. I know the moments you stared at the bill on the kitchen table and whispered, "How will we do this?" I know the time you pulled into the school parking lot and sat there, holding the steering wheel, praying for the right words to help him through another hard day. I know the day a teacher said something careless, the day a coach overlooked him, the day a relative compared him, the day a doctor used a heavy word. I also know the quiet hour when you stood over his sleeping face and remembered his tiny fingers curling around yours, and you thought, "There is greatness in you. I can feel it." You were not imagining it. Heaven confirms it. Your son's DNA is from the family of kings and priests, a royal priesthood that walks with authority and gentleness. He has the warrior's heart and the healer's hands. He is not random. He is not average. He is not a mistake, not a replacement, not a shadow of anyone else. He has been woven by the Ancient One who wrote songs before oceans formed, and that same composer set a rhythm inside your son's chest that will not be silenced by the noise of critics. He has been placed in your care because you have what is needed to train a royal heart: patience, grit, mercy, and a love that refuses to let go. Hear me, and hold this: there is a plan for your son that tries to disguise itself as trouble. It will come as pressure, as tests, as misunderstandings, as delays. But the pressure is not meant to crush him, it is meant to carve him. Diamonds are formed under pressure. Oak trees are strengthened by the wind. Eagles learn the sky by resisting the air beneath their wings. Do not panic at the wind, teach him to open his wings. Archangel Michael says, there are words spoken over him that must be lifted off today. Words like too much, too slow, too restless, too quiet, too emotional, too intense, too sensitive. Those words were chains disguised as advice. We break them now. He is not too anything. He is exactly what his assignment requires. His intensity is focus. His quiet is depth. His sensitivity is discernment. His restlessness is the engine of innovation. His emotions are a river that will water dry places when disciplined by wisdom. You will help him learn this. And I will stand with you. There was an incident, yes, I saw it, where someone with a smile like a salesman tried to pull him into a circle that would cheapen his crown. The joke sounded harmless, the dare looked small. But the plan behind it was to stain his page before the chapter even began. That circle has a name, and it is not friend. It is a counterfeit family, a borrowed identity. Do not fear, I intervened. Expect a sudden distancing of certain names and faces. You will think it's random, but it is heaven doing surgery. Let them drift. Bless them and release them. Your son's path is set for higher ground. Listen, you will notice changes in him in 3 waves. The first wave is clarity. He will wake up with a question that sounds simple but touches deep waters. Why am I here? Do not answer with long speeches. Answer with presence and with a mirror of truth. Tell him, you are here to build what others said couldn't be built. You are here to carry courage into rooms where people forgot how to be brave. You are here to love boldly and stand upright. Let him hear you say it without shaking. Speak slowly and often. Identity grows from repetition. The second wave is resistance. Pressure may rise at school, at work, on the field, or in the circle of friends. A test, a setback, a misunderstanding. Don't let fear stir in your chest. Remember, resistance builds muscle. He will learn to push without breaking. When the call comes, and you hear frustration in his voice, bring him back to the map. You are from the family of the lion. We do not run from forests, we learn the paths. Pray not for the removal of every obstacle, pray for his feet to be steady and his eyes to be sharp. Remind him that mistakes are teachers, not final grades. The third wave is favor. It will come quiet at first, like a letter in the mailbox with his name spelled correctly after years of it being misspelled. It will be a call back, an invitation, an unexpected yes, a grant that suddenly appears, a mentor who sees what others missed, a door you had no strength to open. Do not act surprised. Act grateful. Teach him that favor rests best on humble shoulders. Teach him to write thank you notes. Teach him to give the glory to God and to share the credit with the team. That is how kings carry crowns. Archangel Michael says, I will give you practical steps, because heaven's truths are not only poetry, they are patterns you can live. Step 1. Guard his name. Speak life over him in your house, even on hard days. Do not let frustration become prophecy. If you need to correct him, correct the action but protect the identity. Say, this choice is not who you are, instead of, "You are always like this." Names build pathways in the mind. Build pathways toward light. Step 2. Surround him with sound. Music shapes courage. Let the house play melodies of hope in the morning and peace at night. Put words of strength where his eyes land, on the fridge, on the mirror, by the door. The mind absorbs what it sees again and again. Flood his atmosphere with reminders: you belong, you are needed, you are prepared, you are strong and kind. Step 3. Establish a simple rhythm of prayer. It does not need to be fancy. At breakfast, place a hand on his shoulder and say 10 honest words: "May courage and wisdom sit with you all day today." At bedtime, 2 more sentences: "Every fear that tried to follow you stops at this door. You rest safe." Consistency beats complexity. Small seeds, daily planted, produce forests. Step 4. Watch the gates. The eyes, the ears, the friendships, these are gates. Not everything needs to be let in. Teach him the difference between entertainment that refreshes and entertainment that erodes. Teach him how to step back from people who keep pulling him into dust. You are not policing, you are pastoring. You are the shepherd at the gate. Step 5. Invest in what he loves. Does he sketch on the edges of notebooks? Give him pencils that don't break. Does he take apart gadgets? Give him tools that fit his hands. Does he run until his laughter sounds like the wind? Get him shoes that hold up. Does he ask 100 questions? Give him time to ask 100 more. The thing he loves is often the road to the thing he is called to change. Now hear this mystery: the family I speak of is older than your bloodline, bigger than your last name, and stronger than whatever fragmented the branches on your family tree. Your son's DNA is written by covenant. He is grafted into the family of faith, adopted into the royal house by the one who keeps promises to 1,000 generations. That is why certain battles showed up early in his story. The enemy tries to frighten royal children before they learn how to wear their armor. But the fear is breaking today. The armor is being fitted today. The banner over your home is changing today. Do you remember the moment you almost gave up, when you felt like you were pushing a boulder up a hill that did not end? Look at your hands now. They are stronger than you think. Look at your eyes. They still carry light. You did not come this far to fold your wings. This is the season you stand up fully as the parent of a royal one. This is the season you stop apologizing for his calling. This is the season you learn to ignore the comments section of people who do not carry your assignment. This is the season you and your son move from surviving to building. There is also a legal matter hidden in the shadows of your story: a paper, a signature, a record misfiled or delayed. It looks small, but it has slowed some things down. Do not worry. A correction is coming. Expect a call, an email, or a letter that resets a detail in your favor. Expect an apology that begins with, "We reviewed your case again." Expect a fee to be waived, or a door to be marked approved. When it happens, teach your son to notice the fingerprints of God in the ordinary. Teach him to say, "We asked, and heaven helped." This will shape his confidence. Archangel Michael says, there is a mentor figure rising, a teacher, a coach, an older neighbor with wisdom in their voice and peace in their posture. They will not be loud. They will be steady. They will not flatter him. They will challenge him. You will know them by the calm they carry and the way they see him, not as he is today but as he will be in 5 years. Do not miss this partnership. Some lessons come best through a second voice that plays the same song you've been singing. Together, you will form a circle of strength around this child. I must warn you gently, beware of the counterfeit crowns. The world hands out plastic crowns that glitter for a weekend and break on Monday. They come as shallow popularity, as quick money, as shortcuts that offer a prize without process. They always carry a hook. Teach your son the weight of real gold, the weight of character, the weight of keeping your word, the weight of showing up when you'd rather quit. Real crowns are heavy because they are made to last. There is another hidden treasure in your house: stories. Tell him stories from your life. Tell him about the time someone underestimated you and how it lit a fire you didn't know you had. Tell him about the time you were kind even when it cost you, and how that seed returned to you when you needed it most. Tell him about your mistakes, not with shame, but with wisdom. A child who knows the stories of their house can withstand the storms outside it. I see him standing in a doorway with a backpack and a quiet determination. He will not always show his feelings with words, sometimes he will show them with commitments, how he keeps showing up to practice, how he studies when no one is watching, how he chooses the friend who needs a friend. Celebrate these things. Clap for character more than for trophies. If he learns early that heaven claps for integrity, he will never sell his crown for applause. There will be a moment, watch for it, when someone tries to rename him. They will say he is the angry one, the lazy one, the problem, the dropout, the daydreamer, the difficult one. Stop that word at the door of your heart. Do not accept delivery. Return to sender. Your son is not the nickname fear gave him. He is a builder, a protector, a creator, a leader, a peacemaker, a joyful warrior. When you speak to him, call out the builder when he makes a mess trying to learn, call out the protector when he steps between a bully and the smaller kid, call out the creator when he turns scraps into something beautiful, call out the leader when he chooses right alone, call out the peacemaker when he diffuses an argument, call out the joyful warrior when he laughs in the face of setbacks and tries again. Archangel Michael says, there are times he will test boundaries. This is not rebellion of destiny, it is rehearsal for leadership. Leaders push at lines to understand why they exist. Keep your yes a yes and your no a no. Explain the rules, but also explain the reasons. Do not simply say, "Because I said so." Say, "Because our family protects its peace, honors its commitments, and keeps the house safe." He will listen more than you think. He will remember more than he admits. You are building a frame he will hang his life on. I am commanded to bless the work of your hands. The extra job, the early morning, the drive across town, the waiting in offices, the stretching of $1 until it became $2, the coupons, the sacrifices, the humble choices you made so he could have shoes that fit and books that didn't fall apart. Heaven saw it. Nothing has been wasted. Every seed is counted. You are not behind, you are being prepared. Favor is not late, it is ripening. Pay attention to the next few weeks. There will be 3 small signs that look ordinary but will mark a turning of the page. First, a message that arrives at a random time, yet somehow exactly when you were thinking about giving up. Second, a person whose name begins with a letter that has meaning to your family will reappear with better intentions and clear eyes. Do not rush, but do not shut the door in fear. Third, your son will say one sentence that sounds like an old soul speaking through a young voice. When you hear it, put your phone down and honor that moment. Heaven will be near. I also warn you of the thief of comparison. It will try to sneak in through screens and feed on your quiet doubts. When you look at another family's highlight reel, you may feel like you are losing. You are not losing. You are running your race. Your son's path is not their son's path. Your home's song will not sound like theirs. Don't trade your melody for someone else's noise. If you must compare, compare who you are becoming to who you were last season. You will see the growth. Archangel Michael says, your son's hands will hold something significant. For some, it will be a pen that writes contracts and stories and laws that protect the weak. For others, it will be tools that build homes and fix engines and make inventions that help people. For others, it will be instruments that turn rooms into sanctuaries. For others, it will be research that finds answers to questions that have frightened families for generations. For others, it will be the tender hands of care that steady the sick and comfort the grieving. For your son, I see hands that combine 2 things, a mind that solves and a heart that sees. He will fix what is broken and also notice who is hurting. He will be both sharp and kind. That is a rare combination. This is why the enemy tried to make him either hard or soft, arrogant or timid. But heaven has decided he will be strong and gentle, confident and humble. Watch how he treats the smallest things, the stray piece of trash he picks up without being told, the way he returns a borrowed item, the way he speaks to someone who can give him nothing. These small acts are the fingerprints of his future. Celebrate them loudly. He will learn that true power is seen in how you use it to lift others. There is a blessing for your house tied to forgiveness. There is a person, or a system, that failed you. The memory has grown heavy, and every time an opportunity rises, that memory tries to sit on it. Today, choose to forgive. It does not mean forget. It does not mean excuse. It means you will no longer let yesterday be the landlord of tomorrow. When you forgive, the air will clear. You will notice, even in your body, a lightness you haven't felt in years. This is an inheritance for your son, a house where peace is chosen before pride. A house like that raises sons who do not repeat cycles, they break them. I release a blueprint for your prayers over the next 7 mornings. When he wakes, speak these 7 declarations. Day 1, you are loved without conditions and chosen on purpose. Day 2, you think clearly, decide wisely, and walk safely. Day 3, you carry courage and kindness together. Day 4, you attract right friends and right mentors. Day 5, you finish what you start and grow from mistakes. Day 6, you are protected, provided for, and guided. Day 7, you will see good news and be good news. They are short by design. Truth that is short can be remembered in halls and hallways, in lunchrooms and locker rooms, on sidewalks and bus stops. Let him hear them and then own them. Archangel Michael says, "You have asked heaven for a sign about his future." Let me answer like this: the favor on him will not bypass process, but it will accelerate results. He will still need to practice, to study, to show up, to repeat, to fail, to try again. But when he does, doors will open for him that remained closed for others. This is not to make him proud, this is to make him grateful. Teach him to hold the door open behind him for others. Teach him that real success includes lifting someone else. There is a picture I see, him standing on a stage, not necessarily a famous stage, but a meaningful one, with people listening. He is telling a story about a time he almost quit and didn't. And in the audience, someone is crying because they were about to quit too. That day, your faith will echo through his voice. What you are planting now will speak then. You may worry that you made mistakes too big to overcome. Hear me carefully, grace does not erase history, grace redeems it. The scar becomes a reminder of healing, not a monument to pain. Your child does not need a perfect parent. He needs a present one. He doesn't need a house that never knew conflict. He needs a house that knows how to apologize and reconcile. You can do this. You will do this. The biggest secret about your son is not that he will be great someday. The secret is that greatness is already alive in him now, in seed form. Seeds look small, but they contain forests. Don't judge the seed by the size of the packet. Judge it by the design God placed inside it. Nurture it. Water it. Give it light. Pull the weeds of shame and fear that try to choke it. And then stand back and watch what grows. There will be times when you long for someone older and wiser to talk to. Ask for it. Heaven will send the right conversation at the right time. It may come through a pastor, a counselor, a neighbor, a veteran teacher, a grandparent, an aunt who prays, a friend who knows how to listen. Humility will open doors that pride keeps locked. You are not alone in this. I stand watch. Others will stand with you. I give you now a simple promise to write where you will see it each day. We are a family of courage. We go slow when we must, but we never stop. We bend, but we do not break. We fail forward. We forgive. We finish. Make those words part of the air in your home. When your son leaves in the morning, let him hear them on the wind behind him. When he returns at night, let him walk back into a house that believes them. Archangel Michael says, "It is time to bless his name." Speak it with honor. If your son carries the name of a grandfather, bless that line. If he carries the name of a new beginning, bless that. Names hold direction. If you must rename a season, do it now. Stop calling this the hard year. Call it the forming year, the focus year, the building year. The mouth sets the map. Set a map worth following. I will close the mouth of accusation that tried to speak in whispers in the night, voices that told you he is behind, that you are failing, that the world is too dark for his light. Lies. He is right on time. You are learning what you need. The world is dark in places, yes, but darkness is where light shines brightest. You do not need the whole world to change before he rises. You need the courage to keep tending the flame in your own house. Do that, and watch the circle widen. I bless the practical needs, tuition, transportation, safe friends, opportunities, recommendation letters, patient teachers, honest bosses, open schedules, steady income, surprise discounts, laughter in tight places, long naps after long days, a car that starts, a laptop that works, shoes that last, a heart that keeps forgiving. I bless the unseen needs, peace in the morning, quiet confidence at noon, comfort at night, bravery when he's alone, wisdom when he's with a crowd, discernment about where to go and where not to go. Finally, let the revelation settle deep. The DNA of your son, his spiritual identity, his inner code, is from the family of promise. He is not the sum of other people's mistakes. He is not the echo of old curses. He is not a repeat of yesterday's failures. He is the fresh chapter God is writing. He is the branch grafted into a living tree. He is the cub of a lion who does not back down. Treat him as such. Train him as such. Talk to him as such. The world will try to tell him who he is. Speak first. Speak louder. Speak longer. Speak with love. And when your voice trembles, know that heaven's voice does not. I will be whispering truth as you speak it. This is the announcement over your house: identity restored, courage awakened, future protected, favor released. I am Michael, guardian and messenger, and I stand at your door with a sword drawn not against flesh and blood, but against every lie and fear that ever tried to claim your family. Walk forward. Lift your head. Build with hope. Your son belongs to a royal line. And you, beloved parent, have been chosen to raise a king.